Hi everyone, so in today's video we're going to be touching on the child asteroid as well as Mars and Mercury. But I know within mainstream astrology, child asteroid is not really acknowledged, not really. But obviously before I get into the video, I need to say those with the shittest attention spans need to just galeng, and those people who cannot comprehend that this is just different to mainstream astrology. If you can't comprehend that mainstream astrology has literally been bamboozling the masses before the Titanic sunk 111 years ago, then you need to galeng as well, because the cognitive dissonance is real. It's literally real, and I've said people just associate themselves too much to this nonsense, so that when they realize like, oh shit, damn, the mainstream astrology, when they look at the actual sky, because we use the sky over here, not just a circle drawing, we look at the actual sky. So if you can't comprehend that, if it comes with cognitive dissonance, just galeng, because I'm looking at my analytics, I'm just like, what's going on? So if you have the shittest attention span, if you can't comprehend that mainstream astrology has been boozling people for centuries, take by yourself. You like, just take by yourself, car. At the end of the day, people are coming up with, say, new knowledge, would I say, and the masses are going to be thirsting for this. They're going to be thirsting. So if you're not thirsty for this right now, just take by yourself. Just go. Bye. But yeah, I just had to put that out there because, yeah, the cognitive dissonance is real, and the association to technology, a tool where its purpose is to serve you and you only, is wild. Like, yeah, people are just like, oh, that's my sign. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get into the video. My name is Kelita, Sahliah, if you're new. I am a mother, an angel, and I also dabble in crypto, so feel free to check out my Crypto Angles podcast, which comes out every Sunday. And yes, as I said, we look at the visible sky over here, not mainstream astrology. But don't believe me, don't take any word I am saying as gospel. Google it. Like, everyone has Google it. You can grab this calendar if you'd like, which is in alignment with the visible sky. It's available on Etsy, and there's a big old sale going on. Or download an app, an astronomy app. You can see for yourself that these are where the luminaries are. And if you're not familiar with the symbolism, this is a brilliant teacher. But if you follow my videos, then you'll get the symbolism eventually anyway. Yes, I've also mentioned there is a 1-year giveaway. It has been 1 year since I've been doing all of this, and I'm happy, I'm proud of myself. So I'm giving away a calendar as well as a free reading. To get this, the winner will be announced in the next video on the 2nd of November. So to get this free giveaway, I'm giving away 2 things. Comment down your sun technology emoji, so your sun sign emoji, as well as what you would like, either the calendar or a reading. But without further ado, let's get into it. Those who are new, what we normally go through is the transits that's happening this month, followed up by the moon transits that's happening, as well as clarified by Zitarot, and then we come back to the present moment, because the present is all that matters. At the beginning of every month, we do go over the numerology as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. Have I missed anything? I don't think so. I do this in one take. If you are new, there's no editing, because we don't have time for that. So I say it, God, if there's interruptions, there's interruptions. But let's start. And of course, it is the big lunar eclipse. Yes, can you see that? It's the lunar eclipse on the 28th, which we will be talking about as well when we get into the moon phases. So what's happening this cycle, because we're removing the word W-E-E-K, because we are not W-E-A-K, and our words create our reality. So with the transits, first of all, we have on the 24th Mars entering Libra. You know, I had to say what I said at the beginning, because if you are new to my channel, the sun's still in Virgo. Like, people's talking about Scorpio season, bruh. In the sky, it's still in Virgo, fam. Oh, my other phone's in the room where I could show you. I'll get it later. On the 25th, we have our wonderful child, which represents our inner child. I made videos talking about our inner child is going to be happy. Coming into the end of this year, our inner child is going to be happy. It's moving from Virgo, it's going into Libra. And then on the 27th, we have our lovely Mercury. So I'll do the moon transits afterwards. Mercury's going into Libra. So if you haven't seen already, there's a lot of Libra energy. There's a lot of Libra energy. And again, the solar eclipse was in Virgo. It wasn't in Libra because the sun is still in Virgo. Okay, so when the moon passed over the sun, being in Virgo, it was Virgo energy. Virgo was all about, and just doing a little recap, was all about knowing how we truly want to give and exchange our energy. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury fuels Virgo, okay? It gives it its power. So it's a lot about energetic exchange and communication, how you're giving your energy to others, how you're giving your energy to the collective. It was a lot about that. Your emotions may have been moving you in a way where you probably felt a little sad because the way you wanted to give your energy to others, the way you want to, it's just like, oh, what? It's just not happening in that way, etc., etc. However, it became more clear on how you wanted to give your energy. So we're still in that, or all of that, like, am I giving my energy in the best way I possibly can? Have I looked at every detail, etc., etc.? We're still in that maiden energy of wanting to give ourselves, give our love in the best way possible, as we've got Lilith still in Virgo, and Venus will enter Virgo soon, so that energy will still linger. And of course, the sun is in Virgo, and this just now hasn't happened yet. So by the time you're watching this, when you're watching this, we're still in this Virgo energy. Now, we're moving into the balance. I notice a lot of influencers, and that's one thing. I do not call myself an influencer. I'm just not an influencer. I am a creator. I share my art, which is my mind, and that just happens to inspire people. So anyway, I don't influence them to do no, sir. Anyway, we're moving from this. This is how I want to exchange my energy, like, for sure. And we're moving into this balance. This, okay, it's about to balance out now. So, in simple, we're moving into our desired reality. Basically, it is balancing out. Now, I want to share my perspective of Libra, and then we'll get into all of these in order. So Libra is known as the justice, the scales, and I also see it as an amazing manifester. I've said this many times because it basically comes from this is the ether, the mind, and then whatever, like, that thought is in there, it comes out into the plane of existence. Now that just looks really weird, but it comes out into the plane of existence to get weighed. Like, okay, this idea that you've had in your mind, how is it going to span out now? The balance is coming in. It's like, okay, where's the justice? And of course, Libra fuels the 7th house. So as well as whatever is in your mind, it's a big on relationships. So it's your idea of relationships as well, now coming out into the plane of existence to be weighed properly. Yeah, so it's your idea, but it does span beyond that. It spans beyond that because it's just like your creations as well, like your relationship with that, your relationship with your business and everything. It's all of that. It's now being weighed and justified. Justice is coming for those who have put in the work. And when Saturn stations direct, yeah, I'm going to do just a 10-minute video just focused on that because I feel it's important. But anyway, if you've been feeling terrible, balance is coming in. Balance is coming in. I don't like, it's weird, you know, I'll just leave that like that. Looks weird, but okay. So essentially, that's what this Libra energy is. It's amazing at manifesting what you've got in your mind, and then it's bringing that out into the plane of existence. Thought matter, mind matter, basically. So whatever is up in this etheric part, trust yourself. Your idea of balance in relationships, trust yourself. I'm seeing relationships are going to be quite big and potent now, because I feel moving into this new direction of us, basically moving into this new direction. These relationships are going to be necessary as part of our growth. So this is why I feel just natural nature, because as I said, this is the actual sky outside above our head. Is moving us into that direction, and this is why I make it clear about this is different to mainstream astrology, because many people catch themselves in it like quite a lot, and then if something just hasn't happened, you may feel like completely discouraged. You know, I'm trying to say, because you've been pushed ahead of time, it's literally ahead of time, and then you feel drained, exhausted, and then it's energy harvesting at its finest, and it was constructed over 111 years ago, 111. So just keep that in mind, don't be bamboozled. Oh, I'm not very happy. I was meant to write these in purple, but it's fine. It's fine. I like it to stand out. But anyway, what do these all mean? Starting with Mars. So just keep the idea of Libra balance and justice coming. Just keep that in your mind with all of these as we go through them. So Mars represents our drive and our passion. It is that fire element. It's actually the second sign, because Pisces is the first and the last, basically. It's number 13 and number 1. But we're birthed through the waters. We come through our mother's waters, through the birthing canal, and then the fire element kicks in. So Mars is that fire, that driving the passion. It's known as like the god of war, so it's kind of like that thing that will get you up and get you going in that direction. If you notice, just from the symbology of it, it's got that arrows. It's very just like passion based, focus based, direction based. That is Mars, and that's what it's about. It's the flame that ignites you. So the flame that ignites you, that drive that you've got in you, your passions. What are your passions? It's your drive and your passions. So that's moving obviously now towards balance. It's moving towards balance. So this is also why Mars is giving. So you've got the opposite of Mars is Venus. Venus is the feminine, Mars is the masculine. Venus is receptive in nature, Mars is giving in nature. Mars is giving. So the way we probably naturally want to give now and actually move our energy, what our passion is, towards relationships. Yeah, I feel relationships is a big part, because it was all about energy exchange. So when I say relationships, this could come up in any form. It could be work, collaborations, friendships, family, romantic. It's all of any form of relationships, and I feel these relationships will help bring justice for you. But quite naturally, we've been sparked up again, and moving from like, oh, how do I really want to give my energy? If you've been thinking a lot about your creations, what you need to do, etc., etc., that was all Virgo energy, and now it's making it happen. Now it's taking it from the head of knowing how you're going to do it and bringing it out into the plane of existence, okay, with your drive and passion. Now, the child asteroid it was in Virgo, as you could see. Now, the reason why I added this, and the reason why I feel it should be included, and I will include it, is because child right now, well, probably about 3 cycles ago. About 3 cycles ago, the child asteroid, if you can see, was literally in, this is the Virgo star constellation, by the way. This is what it looks like in the sky. The child was in the womb of Virgo. So I found that interesting because there was a biblical reference there in Revelation, when the sun was at Virgo's corner with the moon at her feet and the child was in the womb. So I found that just fascinating. And then I recognized, whoa, the child, the inner child, is about to be birthed into the plane of existence. So your inner child, I says in a few videos ago, I'll link it to this video if anyone would like to watch it. It's all time stamped, by the way, so you can easily go back to certain points. But I said your inner child is about to be happy. It's about to be birthed and then experience what it truly would like to experience. Now, this doesn't happen every year, so it's telling me this is quite a potent cycle that your inner child is ready to go through, and it's literally being birthed this cycle on the 25th. It's being birthed this cycle. Let me put this like this so you can see some of the dates. So the child asteroid isn't on this calendar just yet, but it will be. It will be, but we do have obviously Mars here and Mercury. So inner child, basically, it's kind of beautiful because what you had kind of thought that you wanted as a child, the relationships, all of that you wanted as a child is coming from the ether and being weighed as it gets birthed through Virgo. Okay, as it gets birthed through Virgo, it's literally like here right now. I don't have my other phone to show you. I'll show you probably at the very end, but so stick around if you'd like to see that, or just Google it. Google it or download it yourself and see, you know, go and see. But yeah, these, if you had like an idea in your head, oh, I'd like my relationship to be like this, no matter how romantic or no matter how intimate or no matter how, like, oh, just whatever your idea of the relationship is going to be happy for your inner child. Okay, like that's what I'm seeing there. This cycle, and I feel like this isn't for everyone. I feel my message is not for everyone at all. That's why I says if you've got a short attention span or cognitive dissonance on all of this, just go and take with yourself. Because I feel this is happening for a next wave of people. Is not for everyone. It's not for everyone. Maybe on the next, well, I think it's 4 years. Every 4 years or so, child goes back into the womb of Virgo to be birthed again. So some people may be the next cycle, you know. I don't write the stars. I don't write them. So but I generally feel if you're watching this video, especially if you've been just so sad recently, like imbalanced, basically, just very imbalanced, the relationship's just like, oh really, this isn't working, you're just not getting them proper relationships that can bring about that balance, that could be in work, business, just anything, then it's coming. So it's definitely coming, and the relationships that are coming to bring in balance, even the idea, that dream you got into your head, like, it doesn't matter if anyone don't understand it, it's coming and it will be happy for your inner child. Okay, so coupled with your drive and your passion, moving towards this balance, this Libra energy in your relationships, and this balance of what you've had in your mind and you've been trying to work on, manifest, and it's just like the hologram was just saying no. Basically, it's not saying no anymore. Balance is coming. Your inner child as well, and coupled with that, Mercury, as I mentioned before, the way you exchange your energy is literally all about bringing this balance. So what is Mercury? Mercury is the winged messenger. It's God's messenger. It circles back and forth around the sun, or say circles, it dances back and forth around the sun. That's why there's 3 to 4 Mercury retrogrades every year, because it's kind of like known as God's messenger. It just does this. So it moves fast and then it comes back, and then moves fast and then comes back. So that is Mercury. It's in mythology, it is Hermes, the winged feet god. He's got wings on his feet. So that's who Mercury is basically, and it's all about energetic exchange. So this is your thoughts, how you think in your own mind. This is your even when your body is in dis-ease and discomfort and it sends signals, that's Mercury. Communication, me speaking right now is my Mercury technology activating. This is how I communicate. My Mercury is in Taurus. I talk about the material, which is the toroidal field of our whole hologram. Okay, that is my Mercury. It's at 0 point, meaning it's coming straight from source. And that's how I communicate and exchange my energy. Now, it covers money as well. This is coins. This is coins. This is, I saw 21 on the clock. Oh, 21 is Saturn. Saturn is all in my, Saturn is just me. But anyway, it rules coins. Digital money, like what we see on our banks, paper, IOU money, CBDCs, and cryptocurrency. So that is all what Mercury, the winged god Hermes, manipulates. I'm going to say manipulates because everything is a manipulator of energy at the end of the day. So let's pop that like that. So that is Mercury. So it's all about energy exchange. We were in heavy contemplation of how am I ready to give myself and my energy? How am I ready to do this? Lilith being a little resistance there. But it was all about how am I going to do it. And now the way we are exchanging our energy and communicating is going to be, and exchanging money as well, is coming with balance. So as well, if you've just been feeling monetary wise, it's just like, what's going on, hologram, bro? Just what's going on, you know what I'm saying? There's wagwan. Balance is coming again. It's like, yeah, the best way I can put it is balance is coming towards all of this. If you have been exchanging your energy with someone and they have not been giving that, they've not been matching their energy. It's like more passion, more energy, more energy. If they've not been doing that, sorry, I've been on TikTok. I've been on TikTok, but anyway, if they've not been doing that, it's now coming, this cycle. Is this at the end? Yeah, that's kind of like the end, isn't it? Yeah, this energy exchange is coming in at the end. But ultimately, I did mention this whole eclipse season anyway is big drastic change, and it's like the change is happening during it. So if you've been feeling terrible anyway, you're not alone. You're not alone, because so have I. It's actually been a stressful week, and I don't like to use that word, but I actually felt weak this week. I felt weak this cycle. I like to use the word cycle. So if you'd like to join me in changing our vocabulary, you're more than welcome. But yeah, so basically, basically it's all about energy exchange and having balance in that. Like I says, Libra does fuel the 7th house, which is about relationships, any form of relationship. So if you've just been feeling like, yo, this has been one-sided, etc., then balance is coming to it. I just feel, if you're watching the videos, if you are one of the 3 to 5 people who get to the whole end of my videos, I generally feel we've just kind of been knocked. We have been knocked over and over and over again. But I'm seeing this balance happening. Like I've been saying, big changes are coming, fam. They're coming. Forgive me if you feel I'm speaking quiet. My babies are still asleep. But if you've been feeling that, if you've just kind of been feeling, when is it my turn? Obviously, energies don't just shift like that, okay? It kind of weaves in, weaves out, weaves in. But ultimately, this change and this balance, this pendulum swinging, justice in your favor is coming. And we will clarify all of this with tarot at the end. Before we come back to the present moment. So moving on to the moon, and we're getting to the lunar eclipse before this gets so long. Do you lot appreciate this longness, or do you want me to shorten it? Because I can shorten it, you know. I can. I always do this so big. I don't really think it through. And I don't like moving the work. But ouch, Annie, ow. My copper thing cut me. We have a moon in, where are we moving from? We're moving from Capricorn, so obviously it's going to be in Aquarius. And then on the 26th, we have a moon in Pisces. We take our watery dip. It's the same day. Yeah, we take our watery dip into Cetus. Again, this star constellation, if you are new, if you've got this far in the video, is not mentioned at all, but Cetus sits literally underneath Pisces. And a lot of the luminaries, except the sun, touch it. So, and then on the 27th, the moon jumps back up into Pisces. Followed by, on the 28th, the moon, that's the lunar eclipse, basically, in Aries. Let me just write LUNAR, eclipse. All right, yeah, I spelled that right. So, these are the moon's movements happening this cycle. So, what is this telling me? The moon is the mover of our emotions. The moon gets our energy in motion. Okay, that's what the moon does. It peaks our happiness, our sadness, our feelings. Basically, it's more internal, and it gets things moving from how we feel about a situation, from the way our energy is moved in motion. It then causes us to act, because the whole world is a stage and we are meant to act. From this action that we then do, it may impact, like, you know, this drive, this passion that brings us in that direction. We then act, and this act then allows the ego to attract experiences to you, which you then interact with within the hologram. So that's how the sun and the moon technology work together and coexist. Okay, so the moon, mover of our emotions, starts off on Sunday, the day of the sun, which is gold, in Capricorn. Okay, so we'll come back to the present moment of where the moon is, but we move from like that Sagittarius energy where I finished off in my last video, last cycle, of this. Okay, I now know the direction I'm going in, because that's like Sag. And then on Sunday, we start with our emotions moving us in a way on how to kind of set these solid foundations. It's moving us in a way of our long-term goals, basically. I'm wondering if I can bring this down a little bit brighter. Yeah, it's moving us in the direction of our long-term oriented goals. So that's the way our emotions could be moved at the beginning of the cycle on Sunday. And then we go through this whole Cetus Watery Dip. But before that, once our emotions are being moved on, like, okay, long-term goal oriented, this will create a solid foundation. meaning you'll probably literally be involved in an emotional conversation. You'll be more, yeah, basically when it comes to conversations, when it comes to your feelings around Sunday, it may be more focused on a long-term goal and how that long-term goal can set solid foundations for you and your whole family, or for yourself, you know. And then as it moves into Aquarius, your emotions will then be moved in a way of like, okay, within this long-term foundation, I can then give, because this is about giving. Aquarius is the water bearer. Water is life. It's literally holding a water pitcher and it's pouring out. So it's very giving. It's very sociable. You may have some sociable stuff happening then potentially. What day is that? The 24th. So that's the Tuesday. This Aquarius energy comes in. Yeah, I'm seeing it's moved more around, okay, I can give in this way, or you may just be a bit more sociable. But and when I say give in this way, this could be bringing your emotions back to your business ideas, how you want to operate in work, etc., etc. But it's all about, I'm giving in this way. This is my unique idea. Your emotions may be moved around. Oh, I've got this idea. Yeah, I like that. That's what I'm going to do. You may be in conversation about this unique idea, you see. So or you could just be sociable. And then once your emotions are moved in this way, you've got a solid foundation and a long-term goal. You then know how to work more on your unique ideas, or socialize, which will bring about more connections to support your unique ideas. It could be either or. The moon, move of your emotions, then goes to take its Cetus Watery Dip. I like to say Cetus Watery Dip. Now, at the beginning of the video, I says Pisces is basically the first and the last sign. We are birthed through the waters, through our mother's birthing canal, and then the fire element, Aries, kicks in. Okay, so what's happening here? The moon is having a rebirth. Okay, the moon is having a rebirth of its emotions. We go around the zodiac wheel like this, and it goes in a spiral. Mainstream astrology just got it going round and around in a circle, going absolutely nowhere, because they refuse to acknowledge Ophiuchus. They don't even see Cetus. You see, both of them are needed, because Ophiuchus is the transmutator of energy. After you have your Scorpio death, Ophiuchus transmutes that energy, Sagittarius, and takes you in a new direction. Capricorn lays that foundation. Aquarius then gives back. You then go into Pisces, where you have this rebirth. If you watch any movies, music videos, there's a lot of water symbolism. They are being rebirthed. Water is all about rebirth. Okay, so when the luminaries go through Pisces, and some of them dip down into Cetus, they're literally, even if they don't dip down into Cetus, but going through Pisces alone, they're getting their rebirth. They've gone around the whole zodiac sign. They've transmuted their energy. They've collected the data, and they are now being rebirthed, going back through Pisces to then go around the zodiac wheel one more time. And this is how it creates a spiral. We are meant to spiral. Okay. So the moon is having a rebirth. Our emotions, the way our energy has been moving us previously, is having a rebirth. And I feel that this one is even more potent, because why? It's the lunar eclipse. It's lunar eclipse energy. I also want to point out, from this point onward, we may have been thinking very logical, coming from this no moon, new moon with the solar eclipse. But from Sunday, at the beginning of the cycle, this flip in energy with the first quarter moon, this flip in energy, we are then moving into this illumination. which we can trust more of our intuition. We can trust even more of our feelings and emotions. Just trust yourself. You don't even, like, logic is like, whose logic? Where's logic? You know, whereas previously and even right now as you're watching a video, you're just like, okay, thinking just a bit more logically. Your emotions are moving you in a more logical way. However, as we go through this cycle, logic just, you know, does this. logic just galang with all the people who have the shittest attention span and cognitive dissonance. So anyway, we can trust more of our intuition basically while it's having its upgrade, this water birth, to be like, okay, I've went round, my emotions have gone round, and especially if it's been difficult for you, we are getting this rebirth of our emotions. How our energy is being moved is getting rebirthed, and it's going to be so illuminated. So it goes into Pisces. It has this like, oh, our emotions as well. Pisces being the all zodiac, having that little bit of everything. Your emotions just, you know, it could be moving you in any way, to be honest, because Pisces has that all, but Pisces as well can be misunderstood. So if your emotions are moving you in a way where you feel a little misunderstood, no worry, because I get that often with my moon in Pisces. Oh, life. But Pisces is very creative in nature. It likes the beauty. It also, being so wise, it appreciates creating or wisdom being shared in creative ways. So your emotions may just even be moving you in a way of just acknowledging beauty, acknowledging creators, acknowledging your own creations. Yeah, so your emotions could be moving you in that way as well. And it's from that acknowledgement, this is probably where that upgrade comes in, because it's also about recognizing at this point in time, if you are a sheep, if you just follow the masses, you're going to just drown. We need authenticity right now, and I feel that's coming through to me. Our emotions may be moved into who is authentic, and I feel that this is where the new wave of people is coming in. Is authenticity. It doesn't mean being go hippie positive all the time. Nah, fuck that shit. No, when I'm sad, especially if you catch me on my period, but I still have to do a video. I don't say have to, but it's in my, you know, it's in alignment for me to do a video. My emotions are showing. Sometimes I anger, I explode. You know what I'm saying? It's authenticity. I don't edit these videos because I can't. I cannot. So you're getting real, you're getting raw. People are over the fake shit. They're over that. Our emotions may be moved in just like, whoa, wisdom, and recognizing that true, pure wisdom in a creative, unique way. Okay, so our emotions may be going through that, and if you don't understand it straight away, it goes down into the belly of the whale. It then alchemizes. So this is the alchemization. This is where the alchemization of all the data that the moon has, your emotions, your energy has collated over the past 28-day cycle. It's collated it all, and it's now ready to alchemize what it has realized. Is alchemizing it all, and then it pops back up on the 27th, pops back up into Pisces, just like, yes. You know, so from the 26th you may feel more of the misunderstood energy, or your emotions maybe move like that, but after it alchemizes on the 27th, as Mercury goes into Libra, you've alchemized all the data. Now you know how to exchange your energy. This is wild. How this all synchronizes up is amazing to me. But now you know how to exchange your energy properly. Your moon, mover of your emotions, pops back up, and it's just like still in this Pisces energy to be just like, yes, I see now. Pisces being all, you see whether you give off unique creative ideas, your emotions are moving you in that way, or whether you are drawn to someone who, you know, does that, or just, you know what I'm saying? And then you now know how to exchange your energy, and how to give that energy exchange. And then, of course, before we get into the tarot, the lunar eclipse. The lunar eclipse season is powerful and potent as fuck anyway. It's so powerful, and as I said, you can the moon, being a lunar eclipse anyway, is fully illuminated, so you can trust even more, as I was saying, like wholeheartedly. You got your intuition on point, that gut feeling on point, what you've always known is on point. It's on point. Okay, what you're feeling, your emotions is on point. So after you know how to exchange your energy, your drive, your passion, your inner child knows how to, it's moving in this way now to create balance. You've had this alchemization of your emotions, your energy, emotion, so this balance can come along after all of this contemplation of energy. Okay, then with all brightness, Aries comes ready to show up. First house, ready to show up new, is fully illuminated. Again, mainstream astrology, I believe, is sharing Taurus, I think. But the sky is saying a different story. So I just follow the sky. This just makes sense to me. But anyway, everyone's on their own path. People do what they need to do. Our emotions, the way we move our energy, literally coming to the end of the cycle on the 28th. Numbers 28, that is the number of wealth. It's not even wealth, it's just extreme wealth and abundance. People born on the 28th never have an issue with money, and if like something comes up, it's not for long. I bet ya. Tell me someone who's born on the 28th and tell me, let me know. They have no issue of money. Like none. They don't worry about it like that. It just naturally comes back to them. So the fact that this is on the 28th, this big illumination is literally on the 28th. This lunar eclipse is telling me that wealth is on its way. Obviously, your idea of wealth and abundance is your idea of it, but that version is coming. The balance is coming in, and your emotions are being ready to be moved in this new way to then bring about all of this. Okay, to then bring about this balance that we've been deserving of for decades at this point, literally decades. This is like a big transformation that is happening right now. If anyone feels like this resonated at all, do let me know as we move on to the tarot. But I'm seeing I'm seeing balance. I'm feeling called to do this. I'm not the best shuffler, so I kind of have to improvise. Know what I mean? I have to improvise, but yes, front house. Aries is front house. Okay, so literally how your appearance could even be changing, your how you show up, how people naturally see you is going to be fully illuminated. This fire element on how to show up. First house is going to be heavily illuminated. How people will see you. So this does cover relationships, because whether that's collaboration in business, partnerships, because at the end of the day, that's going to be how people see you. Like, oh yeah. Likewise, if this is romantic, you will not be, oh, I'm not going to post you. You're not going to be hid away, basically. Right. What is happening for the collective this cycle during this cycle with this lunar eclipse and all of this Libra energy? I have to just move my leg the way how I'm just catch up. So wine and catch. No, let's not sing that song. What's happening with the collective this cycle? Let me tune in. What is happening with the collective this cycle? So that popped out. And you know, if you're not even a fan of tarot. Like I'm still a little skeptical at times, not gonna lie, but I swear I had something come up to me for my own personal reading. I was like, whoa. But what else is happening with this collective? What else is happening with this collective, this cycle? We've got the Page of Wands. What else is happening with this lunar eclipse? Can you tell me what's happening? Give me the clearest message. What's happening with the collective? Because we are all connected. What's happening with the collective? Because we are all connected in this lunar eclipse. Sorry, I'll knock it. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Can we get any more clarity on this? For this cycle with the lunar eclipse and Libra energy en route. Clearest message, please. I want clear messages, so you fly out for me, baby. Fly out for me if you are meant to be. If not, do let me know. Oh, no, I need clear messages. I only want what's clear. Let me stop knocking. Oh, that come up. Interesting. Last one. This came out twice, so maybe I'm meant to read it. We've got 7 of Swords in reverse, as well as the King of Swords. It came out twice, and I was like, I want a clear message, and then it's literally just come out again. And then I'm being called to stop there, because at the top of the deck, which I'll put on, is the Magician. So that was the top of the deck. Oh, and the bottom. Oh my days. I just have to show this. I have to show these two. I'm really good with these. We've got Temperance and the Ace of Cups. Let's go through them. They were at the bottom. They were underneath, so we'll just read those last. As well as the Magician. This ring's just not the best. I'm being juk up. Anyway. Oh, forgive me. Before we read, I need to set the tone. Doing it quiet because my children's asleep. Wonderful. Does anyone like ASMR? I was about to say ISMR then. So we first had the 3 of Pentacles. This is the book that I'm reading from. You know, it will be linked at some point, my lad. It will be. I've just not done it yet, alright? Okay, I'm just trying to quickly find all of them, like, en route. We had Page of Wands, didn't we? Right. 3 of Pentacles. Oh, so we've got cooperation, teamwork, skill, getting the job done, professional growth, being aware of your skills, being obsessed with detail, feeling competent. That's interesting. Cooperation, teamwork, professional growth, like being aware of your own skills. That's super interesting, especially because this whole Libra energy, a lot of it is about relationships, isn't it? It's about relationships, so that's fascinating. We then had the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. We had the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. I know the Devil was there and the Page of Wands come out, but this is interesting that come out because we're in this cooperative energy, being attention to detail. I said with this Virgo energy still lingering in there, if you feel very drawn to detail, to research, to get all the finer, like, nitty-gritty stuff done, use this Virgo energy while it's here. So if you're feeling just a bit like, I always say go with how you're naturally feeling, but if you have that sudden spark to be like, oh, I'm getting this done, even if you just obsess over it, like, just, yeah, it's fine. I was obsessing literally yesterday getting shit done. So, but we're in this cooperation energy, this balancing energy, this, you know, focusing on what we're truly good at, with the Four of Pentacles being in reverse. So the Four of Pentacles is possessive, mean, greedy, resisting change, tight-fisted, and mercenary, small-minded, materialism as a source of manipulation. So this is in reverse. So we are not possessive. We may be obsessed with what we're about, but we're not possessive. We're not greedy. We're not resisting change. Change is coming because we're in this big whole eclipse season anyway. We've been focused on how we're ready to truly exchange and give our energy, who we want to give it to, how, etc., etc. So this is going to bring about change when balance comes in with the scales. Okay, so I find that fascinating that those have come up, followed now by, we've got the Page of Wands. We've got creativity, fresh ideas, a messenger, willing to try something new, charming admirer, be courageous, childlike experience, showing your enthusiasm. So, yeah, this fresh ideas coming about and a messenger. That's interesting. We've had a messenger kind of come up before, but a messenger being in this, I says there could be collaborations within relationships with the Libra energy. You know, we are exchanging our energy, we are communicating with Mercury in this Libra energy. So this could bring about this new idea, fresh ideas, this message that could come, and this message, it just could, you know, it's interesting. Change is coming. Right, swords. We then had the Seven of Swords in reverse, as well as the King of Swords. So Seven of Swords. South, dishonesty, escape. If you can read that, it's kind of dark. Escape, lone wolf, running from the truth, wanting to be alone, lying or cheating, getting away with it. So there's no dishonesty, there's no running from the truth. You're no longer a lone wolf. I've been saying, if you've been feeling like, whoa, I'm just feeling shit, like the hologram's just not been being nice to me, so you want to be alone, it's changing. Balance is coming within your relationships and partnerships right now. There's no need for obviously dishonesty. You're not running from the truth in this moment. So that's interesting. With the King of Swords, articulate, just, assertive, analytical, actively gets to grip with the situation, high standards, patriarchal values, capable and intellectually adept. So that's interesting as well. That's interesting. So someone could be coming in, this could be a messenger coming in with this assertive, analytical nature to itself, who can get to grips with the situation, change things. Or this could be you, you know. But yeah, I feel from what you're kind of focusing on, obsessing over, you're just assertive in doing it. There's no dishonesty. You've got this childlike nature to you, and obviously there's no being tight-fisted here. And temperance is about collaboration as well. So this is why I'm seeing people coming in, it's like cooperating, collaborating, a little bit of compromise, because you're working with people to get this balance. So if compromise comes in as well. And then what have we not read? So the Devil and the Magician. So the Devil, illusion, ignorance, sexual temptation, materialism, living a lie, thirst for money or power, unconscious reactions, childlike responses, being obsessed, allowing someone to manipulate you, limited perception. The Devil come out in reverse. The Devil came out in reverse. Its astrological affinity is Capricorn. So this is telling me its focus is on long-term goals. This may coming out at the beginning of the cycle, because we've got Capricorn energy right here. As you can see, the moon begins in Cap, but there's no illusions right now. What is coming through this cycle there's no illusions. You're not being tricked. Yeah, 15, that's a 1 and a 5. As you can see, it's a 1 and a 5 there. It equals 6. We had 6 come up in the numerology for this month, meaning the material. Things are changing in the material. Things are changing. You're not having this limited perception. If someone comes to you with this message, probably in this assertive, articulate way, if someone comes to you with a message, you're not going to have a childlike response to this person, whether that's a job opportunity or, you know, it could be any of the sorts. Let me just find the last 2. Just put my hand on it. Yeah, there we go. So touching on the Ace of Cups, we've got romance, deeper feelings, expressing love, in touch with your emotions, falling in love with love, desire for a deeper connection, and offer. So for some, this may be a love offer coming in with the Page of Wands, a messenger coming in with this Ace of Cups, to offer this new, fresh, full love. Yeah, there's no deception coming in it. There's no deception with this messenger coming in. It's love. There may have to be some, obviously, temperance, some compromise, some collaboration, and balance. So you don't want to like rush into it. Still take your time, I guess. But it may be more along the lines of love, or if you love your career, it could be a messenger about that, because I'll take either or, are both. I'll take both of them. And then ending with the Magician. So obviously, the Magician, its astrological infinity is Mercury, the messenger. Innovative, persuasion, action, concentration, focusing on a goal, acting with awareness, getting magical results. Wisdom is the key to success. Don't deceive yourself that you know all the answers. So magic is literally pulling up, pulling through. Don't deceive yourself that you know all the answers. That's why a messenger is coming. A messenger is coming. There's no dishonesty in this message that may come, which could be filling this cup up. No tight-fistedness. We're working on our 3 of Pentacles and all of that jazz. So if this resonates at all, do let me know. Let me know if this part of it resonated. And we're going to end now with coming back to the present moment. So I don't like to get... Wait. Okay. Don't like to get too far ahead of time. It's so important to come back. So right now, by the time you watch this, the present is the moon is in Ophiuchus. Okay, later tonight, if you watch this literally past midnight or just before midnight, or tomorrow, the moon will be in Sagittarius. So if your emotions, I've had, like I said, I've had a week cycle. I've had a week cycle. I feel only from last night, going through that Scorpio death, which I explained in my last video, I'm feeling a bit more rejuvenated. Ophiuchus is the transmutator of energy, so our emotions are getting transformed right now. Literally today. So if you've had this new energy coming up, then trust your emotions in that way. And if you're watching this like basically from tomorrow, your emotions in the present moment are being moved into this new direction you're ready to go in. Like, it's going to be clear, and we're still in this flipped the script of the energy yet. So this new direction we're ready to go in is a very logical and rational way. So trust yourself with how your emotions are moving you and which direction you're ready and willing to go. Yeah, but with that being said, as always, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, do let me know. All the details are below. If you'd like to enter this giveaway, enter it. If you would like this calendar, a discount is happening right now, 30% off. So do help yourself. It's ending soon. But anyway, with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Angel out. Bye.